The plaintiff in this House of Lords case was a miller near Croydon in England. His mill, a water mill, was on the Wandle River, not far from the river's source. Now the Wandle was fed by underground water, not by an underground stream, but by water in the water table, fed ultimately by rain. The defendant was the clerk of an area health board, which had been established by statute with the purpose of supplying running water to the people of Croydon, many of whom had never had access to reliable supplies of water. The health board had control of some land not far from the Wandle River, and they sunk a well down into the water table, then used pumps to extract quite a lot of water, some 500,000 or so gallons per day, which is nearly 2.3 million litres a day. Obviously, none of that water joined the Wandle River. The miller sued on the basis that if an upstream user had built a dam or something and captured that amount of water, they'd have been acting unlawfully. He saw no reason in principle why groundwater should be any different. The court disagreed. Lord Chelmsford laid down the basic principle. It appears to me that the principles which apply to flowing water in streams or rivers, the right to the flow of which in its natural state is incident to the property through which it passes, are wholly inapplicable to water percolating through the underground strata, which has no certain course, no defined limits, but which oozes through the soil in every direction in which the rain penetrates. The right to percolating underground water is necessarily of a very uncertain description. When does this right commence? Before or after the rain has found its way to the ground? If the owner of land through which the water filters cannot intercept it in its progress, can he prevent it descending to the earth at all by catching it in tanks or cisterns? And how far will the right to this water supply extend? The result was that the downstream user, the miller, had no right to demand the groundwater feed the river. The health board were entitled to dig wells and to take the water. In modern Australia, water resources are far more heavily regulated, but many of the basic principles start with early cases such as this one.